Hello there, welcome to the Airgun Gear Show. It's January 2019 and these are my hot picks for the next 12 months brought to you from the Las Vegas SHOT Show. Here on the Umarex stand, one of the first things that grabs my attention is this Ruger 1022. Now I had to do a bit of a double take because I looked at it and thought, well hang on a minute, I've got one of those in my cabinet at home and it's a rimfire. But no, this is an air rifle. It's a 10-shot semi-auto air rifle powered by a CO2 capsule, and it's got the blowback action and everything on the side. Now, there's obviously only so much I can do with this being at the SHOT Show, so I can't really start taking the magazine out and having a look. But look at that, that is absolutely gorgeous. And like I say, it was an absolute double take when I first looked at it. I was talking to Hayley, the girl that's in charge of the media here, and I said to her, why have you got a Ruger 1022 on an airgun stand? And she said it's not, it's an air rifle. Look at that. Look at that, open sights on top, and you've got the band at the front. It's like a synthetic, but it is really, really true and realistic. I like that. 10-shot semi-auto, open sights, that is going to be a lot of fun. For all you brake barrel fans out there, or underlever fans, this is the Synergis, and it's from Umarex again. And the difference with this is that it's a multi-shot underlever air rifle. You've got a magazine that goes in there, and you can then fire 12 shots as fast as you can pull that down and reload. Looks very nice, looks super cool. It's plastic or synthetic, whatever you want to call it, and it looks here very similar to the Gauntlet. It's got that sort of look to it, so they're obviously trying to create a similar sort of look between the two. So you've got the Gauntlet, which is PCP, and then you've got this, which is underlever gas piston. But yeah, looks very nice, like the idea of that, and you underlever fans are going to love it. And this one is 177. Don't know about 22, it just says 177. To finish with on the Umarex stand, you've got the Legend section and the very popular Cowboy rifle, which is out there now. Now, this is very clever because what you do is you put the cartridges in the side, and then when you rack it underneath and you shoot, the cartridge fires out the top. And you also got the hammer at the back there as well, which is very nice. You've also got the safety just above there. This is a really, really good rifle. I like this a lot. It looks a lot of fun. I don't have one, but I've seen videos on it, and the videos I've seen have made me want to get one. And I've got to play with one here, and it feels as good as the videos make it look. So there you go, that's the Cowboy rifle from Umarex. I'm moving on. Oh, God. It's just, you're going around having a good time and someone turns up, don't they? Look who's here. Look who's here, come in shot a little bit. Look, see, they get everywhere, these media types.
Hi, how are you?
Hello,
Great
Stephen.
to see you.
How are you doing? All right, I'll turn that off now, shall I?
You can cut that scene.
I'm now on the huge Sig Sauer stand, and here's Stephanie.
So, first product we have here is our brand new Vectis PCP. It's a pre-charged pneumatic rifle, and it is the beautiful gun right here. It is based off of the MCX Vectis firearm. It has the same weight, feel, authenticity as your regular firearm. The reason we did that is because we want it to be just like a trainer. If you're a firearm guy, if you're an airgun guy, we want you to feel and practice what you preach. So this gun has all of that included. Iron sights, it is 30 rounds of belt-fed magazine, as you see here. Pull this out and you have a wonderful 30 rounds. Sig Sauer is the only one who has this rapid pellet magazine design in the market. I'm gonna put this down. That way I can continue showing you guys what's going on here. So M-LOK handguard, so any accessory that you have for Picatinny or M-LOK, just like your firearm, you can throw right on this bad Larry. Lasers, flashlights, whatever you enjoy. PCP, pre-charged pneumatic, this is also a regulated tank, so you're getting accuracy and consistency throughout your entire fun, planking, garden control, whatever you're doing with this bad Larry. There are 200 rounds per tank, so you're getting 4 to 5 magazines off of one load. Quick disconnect as well, so jump to a scuba tank or a paintball shop, quick load and you're ready to go. Tank comes with the gun, iron sights come with the gun. You're getting all of this for about $299 to $300, so it does not break the bank whatsoever. Another really great product that we have here is the M17 ASP, which is Advanced Sport Pellet. This is a replica of the U.S. Army's firearm that the Sig Sauer just won the contract for. We made a replica air gun as well to, again, practice what you preach. Whatever you have at home, you should be able to do in your basement or backyard and continue with holster reloads, magazine drops, any sort of training that you would do on the range, you should be able to do at home as well, and this allows you to do a lot of that. Like I said, mag drops, this is one of the most important pieces of this gun. It is a fully integrated valve system in the magazine, which allows for you to not lose your CO2 when you do mag drops, mag releases, any sort of practice training. You can do it without losing CO2. Also built into this little handy dandy mag is the belt. Again, rapid pellet magazine. It has 20 rounds within the magazine. Lock and load, right back into the gun, and you're back in action. Cam lever CO2, very easy loading port. Drop it right in, close it right up, good to go. Back into the gun. It is full blowback, 177 caliber. You're getting about, I think, 400 feet per second out of this little bad Larry, and you can be running up and down the range all day long, and you don't have to worry about losing any accuracy or losing any time with your valuable training. So another really cool option is it has a mount plate on the top that we will be offering a red dot sight in the future as well, so be on the lookout for that. Here we also have our P365 4.5 millimeter BB pistol. It is the same weight, feel, and authenticity as the firearm. It has the green dot front sight to mimic your firearm as well. It has a full blowback system. Same manual that we just came out with, this 365 firearm. Now we have it on our air gun as well. Nice, clean, crisp trigger pull there. Cool thing about this magazine is it does fit a 12-gram CO2 in this tiny, tiny magazine. No idea how they did it, but it's magical. 12 rounds of BBs, just like, again, your firearm, so you practice what you preach and you can train away.
This is Mark, and he's from Cap Arms. Correct. Mark, good to see you.
Good to meet you guys.
Now, I'm not overly technical, as some of you guys know, but Mark has been telling me this very interesting story about some new technology that you've got. So, say again, you're firing a what bullet?
A 37 grain 22 long rifle bullet.
Yeah.
Without any gunpowder in a pneumatic rifle.
Wow.
And we're reaching 1,500 feet per second.
Yeah.
And over 180 foot-pounds of muzzle energy.
That's incredible, because we all know that a Diablo pellet, once you get past the speed of sound, you get that crack, it just goes everywhere, and
it's not stable.
It's not stable.
Yes.
I've tried it through my FX Crown, and because I can wind it right up, and it doesn't. You know, you need that slug shape. So this is something you're working on?
This has the 22 long rifle bullet has a BC that's about 10 times better than your typical airgun pellet.
Right.
So once it leaves the barrel, it's going to be much more stable and flat, and go for a longer range. And
are those bullet tips, are they modified, or are they just?
They're straight 22 long rifle lead bullets.
Because the thing is that we've seen the slugs that people are doing nowadays. They have to be slightly modified for the lower velocity. But you're saying you don't need to do that anymore.
We match or exceed gunpowder velocity in the same caliber. Yes.
Right. Okay. And you're looking for people to help you with this, as in like work. Okay. Right. So this is Mark. This is Cap Arms. Anyone out there? This is interesting. This could be good stuff.
Yes.
So how can they get hold of you?
Well, they can reach us at Cap Arms. We have a website that's under construction.
Yeah.
And then the email address would be markz@smartplugs.com.
Okay.
Yes.
And are we allowed to ask anything about how you do this or not?
Well, I can tell you some things, but we have patents pending.
Okay.
So I can't tell you everything that's in the patent. Right.
So this is top secret stuff, but it's coming, we hope, and that sounds really, really cool. Can you imagine that? So that's rimfire velocities out of a pre-charged air rifle.
Correct.
Right. Keep an eye. I think this guy's going to be very important in the next few years. Mark, good to meet you.
Very good to meet you.
Thanks for your time.
Yes,
Thanks.
thank you.
Thank you. I'm here at SHOT Show 2019, and this is John from FX Airguns USA. Say hello, John.
Hello, John.
What flavour have you got, John?
Best ice cream flavor ever. Pistachio.
I have
What do you got?
Vanilla. That's the best.
Vanilla?
No, vanilla.
Do you only have 3 options in England?
Vanilla?
There's more than vanilla, chocolate, or strawberry. Have you been to a Walmart in the US? Have you been down the glorious aisle of ice cream? You can have other flavors besides vanilla.
Yeah, I know. I've been to Walmart as well, but yeah, it's just green and just looks wrong. Anyway.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, it's good. It's fine. Probably tastes the same. Anyway, you've had a good start to the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a fun year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
2019 is going to be as exciting as 2018 was.
Fantastic. And you've had some big news as well come out. This is the 3-year warranty which you launched.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we can clarify. So FX USA, we're doing 3-year warranty transferable.
Mm-hmm.
Now worldwide, that's a little bit more complicated because, you know, crossing country lines and stuff. So worldwide, FX is doing a 3-year warranty. Mm-hmm. You know, they're backing up the guns. Now you'll need to work with your local country as far as how that all works out. But it's 3-year warranty worldwide. So US transferable.
My understanding is that with each country, they've got their own sort of people that are responsible for moving the FX stuff. So
yeah, you're not necessarily shipping it to Sweden. You're working with your local importer / dealer.
Check your local dealer. But that's fantastic news for 3 years.
Look, we know people love FX guns.
Yeah.
My theory is they shoot FX guns a lot. So when it's like you get a car, if you put a lot of miles on it, every once in a while you might need an O-ring replaced, things like that.
Yep.
We'll take care of you.
Good, fantastic. And of course you just had the Dreamline come out, which is just gone. I love mine, which you might have gathered, but it is rather good.
The exciting thing is it's the tip of the iceberg. We're talking...
Okay.
You've seen 3 models. Well, 4, because you have the Dream Tac.
Yeah.
There's so much more to come with that platform. I wish I could tell you more.
I wish you could
see you at IWA.
I wish you could tell me more. Okay, well, obviously, we all know how it works. So obviously, there's clearly more things to go on there.
It's just daily. There's things like, we can do this and this because it's a platform where you can just, you can build it and grow and you can change it. It's unlike anything FX has done before, and it's so accessible. That's what I really like about it, because obviously the impact and the crown those are very high level, top tier guns. The idea has been FX, well, one day when I sell a kidney, I can buy an FX.
Yeah.
We'll be honest. But that's changing. We're bringing that technology, the Smooth Twist X, the adjustability at a very friendly price point. For what you're getting.
It's a fantastic gun, incredible gun. Yeah, I mean, I'm plinking at 100 yards with mine, and I'm really happy with it. So no, superb.
It's definitely a field gun. It's very light, easy to transport.
Yeah.
So brilliant start to the year for us.
Do I dare say that everything here is sort of like fake Italian because we're at the Venetian?
That might be a hair. I think I'm done with my pistachio ice cream.
Right. Really? My vanilla's lovely. I haven't got any hair.
I changed my mind. I wish I had vanilla. Yes.
So we have someone actually taking the ice cream away. Now, I've noticed that in the States, you're doing something with Donny FL.
Yep.
So the media shots that I'm seeing, a lot of the new Dreamlines have got the Donny FLs as an option on there. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Absolutely. So, we want guns quiet. We're American. We don't want our neighbors to know we're plinking in the backyard. No. And the idea is, instead of doing things ourselves, teamed up with Donny, who makes incredible moderators. Yeah. That's what we like to call them in the US. Silencers is a trigger word. This moderates things quietly. And it's just this perfect match. So as you know, the Dreamline just comes shrouded, not moderated, but with a 1/2 inch UNF. We said, let's throw that Donny on there. Perfectly rounds it up.
It is also great to see as well that you've got FX, which is this, really big, well-known gun maker, and you've got someone like Donny who's really started a little house business, hasn't he?
But not that long ago he started.
but everything has gone so well for him, and his product's really good. It works really well.
The quality's through the roof, the value, what he's doing, and it's a great team up where it's like we don't need to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
Instead of we encourage aftermarket, and like the Dreamline's a perfect example. We've already had manufacturers approach us at SHOT saying, "Do you mind if I start creating things?" Absolutely. That's why it's there. In the same spirit of what we're doing with Donnie, and you'll see some other things like that this year. So.
Okay, no, it's really good to see that, like I say, a big manufacturer will work with the small home build industries. I really like that. It's fantastic. Yeah,
absolutely.
You said that 2019 is going to be as exciting as 2018.
My ice cream.
You're eating his ice cream.
I would love to with an ice cream for continuity.
I've just been told that you said something wrong at the start and that you would like to do it again. But the problem is you've eaten your ice cream. Do you want to try that again?
This cut-in's not going to work very well.
No, it's not. I'm going to ask you the question that everyone asks me, and they're all talking about it.
Okay.
Slug liners. Where are the slug liners?
Yes, this is a very good question, and we appreciate people's patience. The slug liners we now have, the 22 is working fantastic, and now the 25.
Oh.
The 25, as of 2 weeks ago, has been perfected thanks to Mr. Axelson and Johan and Matt as well.
Okay.
So 22, exciting thing with the 22, we now have a 700 millimeter 22 barrel for the impact. So that's 700 millimeters, which is really about with that slug, that extra runway.
Yep.
It really helps it so you can, you don't have to max out your regulator. So that really helps with the slugs and those maybe jumbo heavies, things like that. And before I forget, for the crown, we now have a 600 millimeter 22 barrel for the crown. Previously, it was only 500 millimeter. If you want to shoot slugs,
you need a little bit
You need
more.
at least 600. I mean, you can do it with 500, but you have to do really light ones. So a new 600 millimeter. I'm confusing myself. Hold on.
It's the ice cream's gone to his brain. Or lack of.
I'm hearing how complex it is.
Firstly, let me just say I'm really pleased that he's doing this bit because I haven't got a clue.
Okay.
Well, I have, but he knows what he's talking about. Carry on, John.
So, 22 caliber. You have a 700 millimeter impact barrel now.
Yep.
600 millimeter crown barrel. Slug liners for both in 22, and now the 25 caliber. We have 600 and 700 slug liners available.
Right.
And then 30 calibers next. So the slug liners are now, they're really, Sweden has promised me we're going to be flush with liners this year. And with those slug liners, what I've seen in 2018, a lot of discussions from ammo manufacturers about how do we provide slugs.
Yeah,
because great, you have a bunch of people with slug liners, but no slugs on the market. But from what I understand, big shifts on that going on this year with a lot of different makers.
Oh, I'm hearing of lots of new competitions this year. Of course, we've got the big Utah one, which is coming up in June.
Yep, Armac. Yep.
What other ones have you heard about?
Because it's amazing. It's an exciting time to be an air gunner, at least stateside. You guys can fly over because you have the Armac, you got the Extreme Bench Rest. Yep. Now the Pyramid Air Cup is going to be doing a bench rest right here. Yep. I know there's one going on in Mexico, a bench rest in Mexico, in Chile, in Brazil. So this is incredible. And from what I understand, they're really trying to unify the bench rules. So it's the same for each of them. So if you're a serious competitor, you can travel around, and from what I understand, there's some serious prize money at stake as well. So I'm very excited. I see our sport growing up a little bit, getting to the next level, and competition drives our passion. It's just fun. So,
I mean, we've nearly finished our ice creams. Is there anything else we've missed? Anything else you want to say?
Well, I guess, Giles, I'm just a guy standing in front of a larger British guy, asking him if he'd like to go on a boat ride with me.
Okay.
Hi guys, my name is Clara Salazar. I'm here with Accutac at our booth here at SHOT Show 2019. I'm going to show you a couple of our products and kind of what's new this year. So starting with our F class, it's the FCG2 model. What's new with this is that we actually put it on a shorter leg. It is extendable with one button retract. It does have the ability to pan here, and it also cants, and they're lockable independently with these levers. And as you can see here, there's a quick detach, so you can easily mount it onto your rifle. And then I'm also going to show you our SR5 model, which has been our best seller traditionally. So it's really cool. It's ratcheted in here, so it's easy to just adjust it to any position you want. And then the legs again are extendable. They're spring loaded with the 1-button retract. And this one has the ability to cant, which you can loosen and tighten with this lever here. And again, you have the quick detach. That's pretty much it for the 2 products that I've shown you so far. The rest of them are essentially variations of this and just different sizes. This SR5 model retails for $317. The smaller version of it, called the BR4, retails for $308. And the larger version retails for $343. And then going back to the F class that I originally showed, this one retails for $434.
Thank you, Clara. I'm Stephanie with Accutac as well, and just a couple of more extras that we have. All of our footings are removable by twisting them off. You could add our spikes. And now we came out with the claw. So very cool for extra traction on any terrain. We're also manufactured 100% in the United States. We offer a lifetime warranty, so if anything breaks, let us know. We'll send you a new piece. It hasn't happened before since we've been in business. This is our 2nd generation, and they're just getting more and more robust. One of the pieces she didn't talk about is our 50 caliber one. This is our big dog. This one is badass king. You could shoot your 50 cal round per round per round and nothing's gonna happen to it. It doesn't have the same abilities as the angles that we have with all the rest of ours, but they're stronger in between so that you don't break it when you're shooting. Let me see. Ooh, take it back. Can't do it. I don't have the muzzle, it's too strong. Do you see these chicken legs on me? Oh, okay.
That's staying in.
Oh, okay. So on our 2nd generation, the great thing about it is that we figured out some things that our customers didn't like. Before, underneath, we would have a thumb wheel for the cant. Now all of our bipods have a quick lever release for the cant, which makes it extra tighter, so you're not going to get any movement when you fire. Here's again with our spikes. Quick touch, spring loaded in the legs. Let me show you another accessory that we make. Scope rings. They're CNC machine cut. They're amazing. We make them in 34 millimeter as well as in 30 millimeter. And if you are a right-handed and left-handed shooter, the good thing about this is that the level, you have access to view the level from both sides, no matter what you switch. Go on, suggestions, hit me.
You know, thank you for stopping.
I'm so tired. It is day 3. Okay guys, thank you so much for stopping by our booth here at SHOT Show 2019. It has been great. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Accutac. And if you want more information on all of our products, to see our full catalog and to see new products come out, go to our website, accu-tac.com. And until next year, we'll see you here. Bye.
I'm here on the Optisan stand, and something that's really exciting and what everyone is looking for nowadays is this whole new first focal plane thing. And Optisan have got that scope for you. Now, I'm never good with numbers, particularly at the end of the day, but this is the EVX 6x24x50 first focal plane. And what's new for this year is that they've added an illuminated system there for the reticule. And that's really cool. Now, Optisan say that that's a little bit of an exclusive thing because it takes a little bit more to do in manufacturer, but that's a really nice addition on what is already a very popular and well-made scope. And I have to say, I've got something like this at home. They really, really, really are very sweet. The turret's lovely and crisp and easy to use. You get that really nice, secure feeling of clicking when you're winding on that mil dot reticule, and you also got your windage on the side there as well. I'm looking at the scope and I can see that you've got parallax on the side there, going from, and I wind it back for you, going from 10 yards through to 100 and then through to infinity. And that is a really nice, smooth, there's no stiffness or anything like that, really nice, smooth parallax dial. I like that, and that's going to be out this year, I think, from Optisan. And look out for the one with the new illuminated reticule. If you're looking for something lightweight with a really quick target acquisition, that's a long word at the end of the day, and a really good wide field of view, you've got this EVE 1x4x24i. Now this has got what the Americans call the donut dot in the middle on the sight, and you obviously got your pins either side, and it's really, really quick to get your point of aim as you go through, and I like that a lot actually. It's also got these turrets on the top, which are really easy to set. So it's a no tool adjustment system. You can do your dialing. Then when you're happy with whatever you've dialed, you pop it up and you can reset it to 0 and drop it back down again. So that's a really, really nice thing. No tools needed there. You can do that out in the field. You've also got illuminated reticule on this as well. Now it's really small and really sweet. So I'm thinking more sort of quick ratting scope, but it's definitely something where you need a good field of vision and you want to be able to pinpoint what you're shooting at really quickly. I like that one as well. This is something you tactical and red dot fans out there are going to like. So you've got an Optisan red dot scope on the front there, and it's a 2 MOA dot, really nice and crystal clear. But then you've got this on the back. Now watch this, look. It's a magnifier. Now this is a 3-power magnifier. You can get a 5-power magnifier. So what you can do is you can go with the front red dot sight. Then if you want to get a little bit of magnification on it, you can go for the attachment at the back. And it's great because what you can do is you've got different abilities for different sight acquisition. Look at that. So you can go from small to large. The really cool thing on this setup is that bracket. Look at that. It's a stainless steel part in there, and Optisan tell me that it's been tested to destruction. So roughly $149 retail for the magnifier, $199 with the package if you want to go with the mount as well. On the front it takes an AA battery. You're looking at around 5,000 hour runtime off that one AA battery. Obviously adjustable for windage and elevation, but that is a really sweet setup. So if you're into your tactical stuff, anything like airsoft, or you want to take your ratting to a next level with a bit of magnification, Optisan have got something there for you to try out. But the one I'm definitely going to be looking into myself is the EVX 6x24x56i. This is my third attempt at getting on the Air Arms stand today, and that's because they've been absolutely packed out. And everyone's looking at this, and it's the 510 side lever 510 XS Ultimate Sporter. Well, what's so special? Well, it's regulated, and it's been regulated in-house by Air Arms, and they seem to have done a really, really good job with it. The power's right up there, and you've also got another nice feature which they put on there as well. You've now got an adjustable thumb turn wheel on the side for the transfer port. So what you've got there is you've got now a new little 5-stage clicker, so you can take the power from right up, right to right down basically. And look at that, just look at that. Now, Air Arms have always made nice rifles. They always have. I had a 410 years ago. And this one, this really is nice with this walnut stock. Now, you can get an all black soft touch. You can also get the laminate stock, or you can get this version which is the walnut with the black soft touch cheek piece. And it really, really is, oh, it is just such a comfortable fit. Of course, you've got that Air Arms 10-shot magazine system on there, which is built to last. Again, I've had one years ago, and I know that they just go on and on and on. And this thing really does look gorgeous on the stand. Air Arms are saying that in 177, this is a 20 foot-pound rifle, and you're getting around 44 shots from a 250 bar fill. In 2.2, you're getting around 32 foot-pounds, and that's 40 shots. And in 2.5, you're getting around 44 foot-pounds and around 35 shots. The rifle weighs 3.6 kilograms and is 115 centimeters in length. So I think I'm right in saying, compared to what we saw last year, The power is now up and the shot count is now up as well. It's a fixed regulator in there, it's tuned by Air Arms in the factory themselves, and they're really excited about this. And I have to say, I am as well. I think that is a real gorgeous, gorgeous bit of rifle right there. Now, you know me, I always have to be just a little bit different with how I do things. And even though those are the two at the front, this is the one that I really, really like. It's the thumb hole stock. And look at that, that's a 510 as well, regulated. Look at that, that is a thing of beauty. Also, Air Arms have brought out the 510 TDR in black soft touch as well. That's also regulated, and I'm being barracked from the other side of the room while I'm trying to film. Right, camera face, here we are. Air Arms have also brought out a soft black touch finish TDR 510 format. And again, the numbers are pretty impressive on that. It's regulated as well. You might get just a few less shots than you would do on the full size one, because that cylinder is just that little bit shorter. But the numbers are still good and they're regulated. And of course, it's that 10-shot magazine system. It's a nice touch. Before I finish on the Air Arms stand, let's just take a look at the TS400s. Now, these are their target sprint air rifles with this special thumb loading design on the side of them. Now, they're being brought on by the sport of target sprint. That's where people do running, and these are juniors and youngsters, and they're doing running, then they have to stop and fire shots. Kind of like skiing biathlon, I suppose, but without the snow. But look at these, look at how lovely these have come out. And like I say, these are for juniors, so they're lightweight, single shot, quick fire with the thumb bolt at the side. But look at those, aren't they fun? I really, really like those. I'm here on the Air Venturi stand, and this is the Seneca Aspen, or the Aspen Seneca. It's something. Either way, it's quite new because it's got this pump system, and it's really, really clever. And there's loads of numbers and details about this, which I cannot remember because I've got jet lag. So I'm just gonna cut Tyler in now, and he's gonna tell you all about it.
We're here with the Seneca Aspen on the Air Venturi stand, guys. This is a really cool multi-pump PCP. Now, this gun gives you the ability to self-regulate your shots. It's very unique. Let me show you how it works. So we actually have a pump lock out here. So that pump is built in. You can carry it by this handle. It's really convenient. You go ahead, press that on through, that pump comes out. You give it a couple pumps and you're good to go. Now, this gun fills to 3,600 PSI. You can fill it from an external source via a fill port right on the bottom under here, or you can pump it up if you want to. It's a little bit of effort. Pumping is around 30 pounds at its most difficult. So you fill this guy up, you're gonna get a couple good shots, and then you're gonna wanna repump again, keep that pressure at the same point. From a sweet spot perspective, 177 and 22, if you run the gun around 2,000 PSI, you're gonna be golden, getting anywhere from 1,000 and 177, 900 feet per second in that 22 with lead pellets, of course. And the 25 is the announcement here at the SHOT Show. So this guy is really cool. About 36 foot-pounds of energy, a 25.4 JSB going about 800 feet per second on high power. Now this guy runs a little bit hotter, around 3,000 PSI, so the pumping is a little bit more strenuous with this, but not too bad, still again in that 30-pound range. From a feature perspective, it's got a ton of stuff going for it. You have a power adjuster transfer port style, a low and a high setting. You have a single shot tray that comes with each gun, as well as a magazine. Very easy to use side lever system. And of course, you have your hunter style safety on the side with a 2-stage adjustable trigger. There's not a lot you could want for it. It's a synthetic stock, pretty lightweight, right around 8 pounds, shoulders really nicely. Comes with a 4x32 scope with a mil-dot reticle, and of course fully shrouded, keeps things nice and quiet as well.
It looks quite big, but actually it's really quite light and walkie friendly, if you know what I mean. So it looks big and bulky, but it's actually really quite comfortable. Kral have got a new Equinox rifle. Equin, who makes up these names? Anyway, it's a nice bullpup rifle, and it's semi-automatic. Initially it's coming out in 177 and 22. In 22 you're going to get a 12-shot magazine, 177 is going to be a 14-shot magazine. Depending on your caliber, you're going to get between 8 and 900 feet per second, obviously with a lighter pellet. So that's flying, that's really, really nice. 425 steel cylinder on the front, nice shrouded barrel. And do you know what? The wood on that and the feel is really, really good. And like I say, it's a semi-auto. So I'm guessing you get one going and then just keep pulling the trigger. I like that. It's a nice looking bit of kit. Or you've got the Puncher Knight. I'm in a picture taken. So let's do that bit again. Or you've got the Puncher Knight. Now this one's slightly different to the Ek thing down there. This is a side lever system. Also, the Puncher Knight can change caliber. It's a fairly simple system. Basically what you do is you buy the gun in the caliber that you want, say 22 or 25, and then you buy a barrel kit and probe and magazine, which means that you can change it from a 2.5 to a 2.2 or to a 1.77. 500cc bottle. Again, you've got a lovely shrouded barrel, nice bit of wood on there as well. I'm guessing you're going to get sort of pretty similar to this, slightly more shots because you've got a slightly bigger tank. So you've got a choice. You can go semi-auto or manual side shots. This is a little sweetie. This is the Kral Puncher NP03, another great name. Now, this is going to come in below $400, I think, for what I'm told. And it's a 2.2 gun. You're going to get around 25, 30 shots from the magazine system on one charge. You're going to be pushing about 700 feet per second. But look at that, that's really quite sweet. That's sort of like almost pistolish, but then you've got that adjustable stock at the back as well. You've got power adjuster, adjustable transfer ports. That's really, really quite sweet and simple. That's going to be really good as a little rat buster. It's nice to be able to take a seat for a minute. And while I'm here, I can tell you about the Badda Bang. If I say that right. I keep wanting to say Badda Boo. Anyway, this is the Badda Bang. And this is currently under development. So it will be out at some point, but it's not available today. But this is super exciting because it's a target scoring system and it works with an app on your phone. And basically you shoot different games, different speeds, and it all gets recorded on your app. And then what you can do is you can share your times with your friends around the world. So if they've got one of these systems, what they can do is you can challenge each other. So you're at the range, you want to shoot all four as quick as you can. Well, the system will score it and then send that information to your friend. There's all sorts of different ways of shooting. There's all sorts of different games you can set up. It really, really is a fantastic little idea. And the thing that's really, really good, because we always worry about durability, is this is coming from the US market where they have higher powered air rifles. So hopefully, fingers crossed, if this makes this into the UK, it means that our little sub 12 foot-pound stuff is going to be able to beat on this all day long. And it comes in this nice sturdy metal case that folds flat as well. So that's the Badda Bang target system. And do you know what? I reckon that in the next sort of 12 to 18 months, this is going to be something that you're all going to have had a go with or want to have a go with. I want one already, but I've been told I can't have one just yet. If you're a replica kind of person, this is going to tickle your fancy. Now this is a replica of the M1 Carbine. This looks really, really sweet. CO2 powered. This is a BB version. They also do an airsoft version. And this version that you see here, this is it's like a wood grade, but it's actually plastic. You can get if you go upgrade, you can get a full wood version. So let's just put that back down there. And the really lovely thing is that it is really, really authentic. The magazine, you simply push there and that pops out. That's going to take your BBs and your single 12 gram CO2 capsule, and it all sort of fits in there, look. And then you pop that back in, lovely. You've got blowback action on the top. Look at that, listen to that. Can you hear that? That sounds really lovely. And it's CO2, so it's going to be a very, very simple thing to use. BB, point and fire. You got swing, swivel, jet lag. You have to give over for jet lag here. Jet lag is bad. Currently, it's like 1 in the morning for me trying to do a video. But you've got a swing swivel there, swing swing thing there. And you've also got where you can put your sling at the end. I am very tired. So there we go. Open sights, adjustable from what I can see for a bit of windage and a little bit of elevation. And it points. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Can you see that? Can the camera see that? You've got a little pinhole sight on there. That is really sweet. I like that. That's really, yeah. I should be getting one of these when they come out. So you've got that one, which is sort of like, that's the plastic type version, or you've got that one, which is, put that down, this one, which is the full wood version. And that is even better. Look at that, look at that. Can you hear that? Firing that's gonna make you a happy person. This one is gonna be around $200, $229, which is a really, really nice thing. If you wanna go with the wood, you're gonna be looking at about another $100 on top of that. Right, so there we are. So that's the M1 Carbine from the Springfield Armoury. Likey, likey. This is the Ataman BP 17. And I know it's a BP 17 because it says it just there. Now, look at it. What you got to ask yourself is, which is the more ugly, me or the gun? But let me just show you what makes this beautiful. And that's this side lever cocking just here. Now, if you put your hand forward there, watch. Look at that. See? And I'm not even looking at you and I'm doing it. How cool is that? Now, it comes with a little magazine in the back there, and I think that's 7 shot in 2.2, and you're going to be getting around 25, 30 shots out of this in the high-powered format. And you get one magazine there, and you get another magazine which is just in there. If you can see it, look, and they sort of fit in these slots. I'm not supposed to take them out, obviously, for safety reasons. You've also got a nice safety there as well, just there. And the thing is that what they say is that if you're a little bit gun savvy, you can actually change this from the left-hand side to the right-hand side. They say you might need a little bit of guidance with it, just to be absolutely sure, but that's a really nice idea. It is short, it does bark. I don't think it's going to be overly backyard friendly, but it is really, really different. So it's a really nice, shall I say nice? Is it nice? It's so different, it's lovely. And what makes it lovely is that cocking system. Look at that. Rail on top, really cool.
Hey guys, this is Rick here, and we are at the Gamo booth, and we're taking a look at the big bore guns from Gamo, both the Gamo guns and also the Winchesters. Now the TC line came out last year. There's a TC35 and TC45, and new for 2019, they have upgraded both guns. That's gonna be awesome. As you see here, here's the TC35. It's got that full shroud. The TC45 is gonna have that full shroud. It's gonna be all the way longer, and it's gonna give you that 400 foot-pounds. It's gonna be quieter too, because it's gonna have that full shroud all the way to the end. What they've done for the 35 is they've moved away from the short carbine, and they're taking the 35 to the full long length, same as the 45. So the 35 is gonna be pushing 250, 270 foot-pounds depending on your ammunition, which is really gonna be awesome. That means both of those guns are gonna be legal to hunt with, like in the state of Texas, for example. Check your local regs to see what you need to have, but these things are gonna be awesome. And that's not all. We got more stuff over here on the Winchester side that's also really exciting. Let's go take a look. So moving right along, we've got the Winchester line. Again, these came out last year. There's the Winchester model 7035 and Winchester model 7045. Now the 35 is pushing about 120 foot-pounds, and the 45 was doing 200. Now we wanted to make this legal in Texas, and this year for 2019, the 45 caliber multi-shot will be legal to hunt with in Texas. We're gonna push that 220-ish foot-pounds. We're gonna make sure we meet those guidelines so that you guys that wanna go take something traditional out whitetail hunting, something like that, this gun's gonna get the job done. Now, if you're into big bore air gunning, Gamo's got what you need. You've got the TC line and you've got the Winchester line, everything from predator hunting all the way to big game hunting. This is the Gamo booth here at 2019 SHOT Show. Thanks for watching. Hey Giles.
Hey Rick, how you doing? Now listen, everyone dip over, Airgun web, Is it .tv or TV?
It's airgunweb.com and airgunweb TV. We got two things going on.
Okay, so my bad.
That's all right, no problem at all, man.
But go check this guy out because he does all sorts of interesting stuff. If I can get my words out.
No problem.
This is Rick.
Thank you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Giles.
Take care, my friend.
Pleasure to be here.
Thanks. Here on the Hatsan stand, there's a whole rack of newness and changes. And let's go straight at the top, and we've got the AT44 QES. Now, this rifle has been around for many years. I had one 10 years ago, and it was my bunny gun, and I loved it. Difference here this year is that the silence system has been put on the front, the QE system, and they've also put open sights on the top of the rifle as well. So it's the same old traditional reliable AT44, but you've now got that inbuilt moderator system there with open sights on top. Nice touch. Next is the Vectis. Now look at this, and I'm being told this is going to retail maybe around $400, which is bonkers good value. And what's so good about it and fun about it? It's this underlever system. Look at that. How quick is that? And it's a real short stroke as well. So that entire action there cocks the gun and lets the magazine index the next pellet. I like that. Look at that. How simple is that? Really cool. At the front, you've got like a muzzle brake, which you can see there, and there is sort of baffling built in there as well, so you are going to get a little bit of noise dampening. Along the top, you've got a rail, you've got these sights included, which are nice open pinhole sights, and I have to say, when you look through them, they're really nice and clear. Running back, you've got a plastic stock, little rubberized shoulder pad. The trigger's pretty good too as well, and you've got a rail on the bottom if you wanted to add a bipod or something like that. You've also got like the rotary magazine on there, which is becoming very popular with a lot of manufacturers. At the bottom, you've got your air gauge to tell you how many shots you've got. That is really quite sweet. And I'll tell you what, for the price, you know, you're gonna have a lot of fun with that. That's a good little squirrel gun, that is. Look at that. Quick numbers, it's gonna come out in 177, 22 and 25. And again, you're gonna be looking at anything from 29 foot-pounds to 38 to 40, depending on your caliber. It's a 14-shot mag in 177, 12 shots in 22, and 10 shots in 25. The lower the caliber you go for, the more shots you get, starting at around 28, then to 24, then to around 25. 200 bar fill on that little cylinder just in there, and the fill port seems to be there. It's a 165cc cylinder. Yeah, a lot of people are going to enjoy that. Next is the Novastar. Look at that, that's a nice piece of Turkish walnut on there. Now Htasan, I think you've probably seen something similar to this before, but Htasan have now stuck a carbon bottle on the front, so you get a 480cc bottle on the front there. With the 480cc carbon bottle, it's going to come in 177, 22 and 25, and you're going to be getting anywhere between 37, 47 and 54 foot-pounds. Magazine is 14 in 177, 12 in 22 and 10 in 25. And do you know what I really like? Look at that little cutout in there. Can you see that? Look at that. You can pop magazines in there, look. And the magazine is like, you know, the classic load one at the back and then the rest in the front sort of type. But look at that. I like that. You can put the mag in there. So you've got the Turkish walnut, manual safety at the back. The block on the top is pretty similar to the Flash. It's a cut-in block on the top, doesn't look like it's removable, but I guess Htasan are trying to simplify the manufacturing process. Nice big floating barrel. I would call that a kind of bull barrel. It doesn't really do anything to suppress, which is why on the front there, they've actually put a nice 1/2-inch UNF so that you can add whatever moderator or silencer that you want on the front, which is a really nice touch. And it's a really good, sturdy, chunky floating barrel. You've got fill port just there, so it fills there rather than underside or at the front, which is what we're used to on other rifles. Pressure gauge there, and you've also got a nice pick rail on the bottom should you want to put some toys on there or your bipod. Where the grip is, it's really nicely cut. Look at that, nicely chamfered and cut for your fingers to fit into. Little gold trigger. And I'm being told that this is going to retail at around the $800 mark when it comes out. And for a little side lever PCP, you know, that is really quite sweet, absolutely sweet. Very, very smooth side lever cocking system, lots to get hold of, nice and chunky. That's the Novistar. At SHOT Show 2019 this year, I would say this is the year of the multi-shot break barrel rifle. And Hatsan, they've been doing this a little while, but they've updated their Speedfire system. So they've put on the muzzle brake at the front, which has got some sound suppression built into it. And of course, they were the first ones to come out with open sights on top of this system here. So it's a break barrel rifle, but there's something else that they've put on this year as well, and they've put on like a dampener plate on the top. And what they tell me is that it doesn't really move too far forward and back, but when it's fixed down to the block, it's fixed down with a shock absorbent system, which reduces the shock that goes up through the scope from firing that system all the time. So that's a nice touch. So you're actually getting more from the Speedfire than you were last year. You got a little manual safety at the back there. It looks like a hammer, but it's not. It's actually the safety switch. And then of course you've got the magazine system at the front. And I'm looking at it and it pops out very nice and easily. Little 10-shot, sort of super quick magazine, and it simply drops right back in there. And then I'm not going to do it in here because it would make way too much noise. I'm unsure if it even works because it's a demonstration model, but what you're going to do is you're going to break that down, shoot, break that down, shoot. So you're going to get fast firing fun from a break barrel rifle made by Hatsan. And now you've got that shock plate on top. Nice. I'm going to finish with a quickie. That sounds very wrong, but this is the Flash. We saw it last year, but what they've done is they've now put the action in a wooden stock. It's a nice little wooden stock. It's got a little hook on the end. That is really, really quite sweet. And the woodwork on there, let's point out here, because we've got to be quite clear on this, the woodwork on this is very, very good. You've got all this nice stippling here and you've got all this engraving here as well. So Hatsan are really quite proud of how they bring out their woodwork. And you've got that lovely little banded rubberized shoulder pad on there as well. So that actually is really, really cute and sweet. Yeah, I like that. So that's it from the Hatsan stand. Shall we move on? Every airgun needs good ammunition, which is why I'm at the Predator International JSB stand. They've got two things to talk about. Scrap that, they've got three, because you can see that there's a new lid coming on your pellet tins as well. First thing that's very exciting is this. It's the new Hades Pellet, and this one's in 2.2, 15.89. And the really interesting thing about this is it's what they call in America frangible. Basically it means that the head sort of mushrooms out and splits more than a regular Diablo pellet. So when you're shooting, you're probably going to get less penetration as compared to a Diablo pellet, but what you're going to do is this thing is going to split apart, so it's going to sort of mushroom out a little bit. It's not going to become shrapnel, so it's not going to fly off in different directions. It will stay together, but it basically means that the head expands when it comes to a sudden stop. So if you're a pest controller or a hunter, that's really, really exciting, and they're getting it in the right weight as well. So again, 2.2, 15.89, looks like a Diablo, but it's got that special frangible head on it. You'll see those later in the year. Second thing, look at this. This is a 2.0 caliber or 20 caliber, and it's an exact heavy Diablo pellet. Now, 15.89 again, which is that magic little number that we all like. 20 cal is something that manufacturers really should pay a lot more attention to. FX, if you're listening to me, we may have had this conversation before. You can do all those barrel changes and all those very clever things with caliber. Let's have a 20 barrel. That would be really, really cool. So Mr. Axelson, if you're out there and you're listening, go to work, start on that magic machinery of yours, and maybe let's see a demonstration 2.0 barrel. That would be really exciting. So they're there, and they're going to be out a little bit later on in the year. And the third thing is, yes, JSB are now going to put screw things on the lids of their tins. I don't know what the technical term for that is, but it's going to be a screw tin lid. There you go. See, I know everything. Not. It's going to be out later in 2019. You've got to remember that there's existing inventory for you all to shoot through first, but eventually you're going to start seeing that these tins come through. Okay, lovely. Let's move on. Before I go, I just want to show you this. It's the first pellet from a new 200 caliber rifle that's being developed by a manufacturer. I'm told it's going to run on CO2, and you're going to have to also do some hand pumping as well. But there we are. That's a bit of an exclusive for you. And by the way, if you believe that, you're as big an idiot as my wife calls me every day. Toodaloo. Next is a trek down the hall to see a big cuddly character on the Airforce stand.
Guys, it's Cameron here with Airforce air guns and rapid air weapons here in our booth at SHOT Show 2019. In my hands I have the new and improved for 2019 rapid air weapons LRT, as we call it. It's actually a member of the HM1000X family, and this awesome stock here makes it the LRT model, which stands for long range target. Basically what we've done is we got some feedback from guys who've been shooting at the big matches like EBR, RMAC, that kind of thing, about what can we do to make a rifle basically set up for shooting those kind of matches, but still be light enough and handy enough to shoot in the field. And this is what we've come up with. So we've taken our HM1000X receiver here. We've added a little bit of power to it, so it's a 50 foot-pound gun in 22 using JSB monsters, shooting about a ½ inch at 100 yards on a good day. You can shoot better than that on a really good day. We've gone ahead and lightened up the stock a little bit, taken some weight out of it. We've narrowed the fore end here a little bit and squared it off flat on the bottom, so it'll sit really nice in a bench rest. It's not going to roll side to side on you like some other bottle guns where you're sitting on the tank. We've also gone ahead and swapped out the Anschutz rails that used to be on the bottom here for M-LOK, which is really nice because M-LOK is pretty much available anywhere now as far as accessories go. With the U.S. Army adopting the M-LOK rails on the URGI uppers, it's become a standard military thing. So the accessories are becoming available everywhere. So you can add Picatinny rails, you can add direct mount bipods, sling studs, anything you want, but the kitchen sink will go right on the bottom of the gun. Adjustable butt pad now comes standard on all the LRT models. It used to be an option. We just decided to put them straight on the gun. Again, we've taken about a pound and a half out of the stock alone in wood, lightened it up, made for a very nice, quick pointing, easy to shoot rifle from the bench or from your shoulder, as well as a bipod. It's got our TM1000 trigger, just with the safety added on, so it's still a match grade trigger, fully adjustable on there. Fires from a magazine, available in 22, 25, 30, and 357 calibers. And we've been teasing this thing for a while, but we should have these starting to hit dealer shelves in the next 60 to 90 days is kind of where we're at. We're building them now, getting ready to send the first batch of them out to dealers right now. Another new product we've got for 2019 is the Texan LSS. Basically what this is it's a standard Texan with a full-length barrel, but we've also added an SS shroud to the gun. Obviously makes it extremely long, but this comes directly from requests we've had by hunters who wanted the full power Texan, but also the sound suppression of a Texan SS. This is also available as a retrofit kit, so if you already have a Texan, this will be available to add to your Texan so you can go ahead and knock the sound down a little bit. These should be out very, very soon, just a few weeks till we hit full production speed on them. Really cool little product, takes the bark out of your Texan, but gives you all that power, no power loss whatsoever.
If you guys remember a couple of years ago, Evanix showed us what was a concept design, and it obviously wasn't quite finished at the time, but it was something that Mr. Lee had come up with. Well now, look at this. This is a full metal version. So obviously they're still working on it as a project, but it is clearly making its way forward. And this is a semi-automatic 2.2. And Mr. Lee says he's running at around 980 feet per second. So that's something really, really extraordinary. Now look at that. That is so slim and sleek. And what am I looking at here? So I've got a lovely little sort of floating barrel, got a nice pick rail on the top, cheek piece, and then you've got just there you've got the side lever loading system, so you would pull that back, drop the magazine in, fire your first shot, and away you go. This cheek piece also slides like that, look, and then that's where you put the magazine in. And actually, that's really comfortable and pointable, that is. On this side, you've got a very nice clear air gauge, and I'm gonna look and smile at Mr. Lee who's watching me, and I'm gonna say regulated, of course, absolutely. Also just there, you've got a nice little power adjuster wheel, and I'm told that you can expect, depending on which setting you go for, a variation of around 200 feet per second, again, which is very nice. So it means that you could do a little bit of high-powered long-range work, lots of shots, and then you could drop it down as well if you didn't want to go quite so powerful. And that, with that lovely colouring, is a really nice looking rifle. But if you're not a fan of the bottle, hold on. There is also a cylinder version. Look at that, and that's a carbon cylinder. Now again, same sort of thing, 2.2 semi-auto, 980 feet per second, same design, same layout. It's called the Cloud on this one, and yep, you've got the power adjuster on the back as well. Lovely regulated semi-auto rifle. Keep your eyes out for it. Over on the Umarex stand, they're launching version 2 or 3 of the hammer.
Hello everybody, this is Kyle with Umarex. Here we are at the 2019 SHOT Show, and what I have is the 50 caliber hammer. It's a 50 caliber PCP air rifle. It is 4,500 PSI tank, 24 cubic inches. It's bolt action gun. It has a 2-shot magazine. So it's regulated. So every time you shoot it, you're gonna get a regulated shot at 3,000 PSI. What that does is it gives you the same point of impact on 3 consecutive shots. What we shoot out of this gun is between a 275 and a 550 grain lead projectile. They shoot from 1100 FPS, 700 FPS, depending on what weight that you're going to shoot out of it. It's a bolt gun, so to operate it, you shoot, you rack the bolt, push it back forward, and you're ready for shot 2. The gun has a fully shrouded barrel, so that keeps some sound out of it. The gun weighs about 8.5 pounds without an optic, about 10 with an optic on it. Uses standard AR grip. Comes in the nice OD green, and the gun should be available about April of 2019.
That's it. I hope you've enjoyed my video of everything that I've liked and seen at SHOT Show 2019. If you've enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up button press and subscribe so that you don't miss out on the latest stuff in the world of air guns. Thanks for watching. Cheerio.